What is up, guys? This is Logan, also known as LRXC on Pokemon Showdown, and we got some more ADV Revival action. UDM 31 on the bottom versus Skitty on the top. I'm a little bit behind, but either way, we got knockoff on the lead. Knockoffs on the T-Tar switching out. That's a pretty common lead sequence. T-Tar's scared of the Focus Punch, and even if it's like a banned T-Tar lead, it doesn't want to take that knockoff. I've made that mistake before. In comes Skarm on a Rock Slide. Let's see if UDM elects to knock that off too. It does. Hariyama's doing a lot of work. There goes lefties on Gengar and Skarm, and the T-Tar already set up the sand. I'd say UDM's in a very advantageous position, even if Skittle has a spikes down. As for the players, I don't know much about Skitty. They're not new to Pokemon in general, though. UDM plays a lot of ADV, got into that ADV other metagame. Hoenn Gaiden is a pretty good player. And let's see what they can do. In comes Skarm to spin away the spikes. This could be that BKC team, BKC plus Star team with Hariyama, Starmie, Marowak, Jirachi, Mence, and I forgot the last one. Totally forgot what it is. I have no clue what it is. It's Jirachi, Mence, Marowak, and then Celebi. But let's see. Protect. Yep, nice play there on the T-Wave. Trying to spread that paralysis. Hariyama likes that paralysis. Skarm doesn't like being paralyzed. Let's see if Skitty has a good switch into this Starmie. This is getting interesting. There's two spikes up from UDM, and they haven't clicked Rapid Spin. The question is, does Skitty want to go Gengar on the Rapid Spin right now? Does UDM click T-Wave again, which T-Waves the Skarm and the Gengar? It's a win-win, but then takes huge toxic damage. That could be scary. I'm pretty sure if Skarm clicks Drill Peck, I don't think Drill Peck plus Toxic and Sand kills it. Alright, here comes Swampert coming in on I don't even know what. I guess the T-Wave, but also would have let the spin happen and doesn't match up the best versus Starmie. So I'm kind of interested on this one. Is this the Diddy Kong Racing lobby music? Oh my gosh, it is Diddy Kong Racing lobby. That's a great game, you guys. Really quick tangent. Diddy Kong Racing is the coolest racing game I've played. Very rewarding. I loved the main quests in the game, and Whizpig is a hard as hell boss. If you guys have a chance to play Diddy Kong Racing for Nintendo 64, big advocate of it. Very fun game. Either way, Protect comes out and UDM clicks Toxic. Skitty might know now that this Zapdos likely doesn't have Hidden Power Grass, and more so has Hidden Power Ice, so Swampert's pretty safe unless it doesn't want to get Toxic. Skitty could make a play and just go Gengar in on the Toxic. That would be kind of cute. But again, now with both of these knocked off, I mean, Skitty has to win a lot quicker than they maybe want to. Skarm comes in on the Toxic, but that doesn't really get anywhere because Skarm isn't healing leftover, so I don't really know if that really gets Skittle right now. I would have thought it was a cute play before, but right now it's objectively not doing anything except wasting one power point of Toxic. Let's see what their plays are here. I mean, Skitty's on the back foot. UDM is clearly in the lead with the two knocked off Mons. You know, Hariyama's at full health. Starmie's low, but the Starmie has Recover and can spin away the spikes. Here comes T-Tar on a Toxic that it probably didn't want to take. That pivot just really didn't do anything for Skitty there. Yeah, I mean, I guess it technically, if you just switched to Tar instead of Skarm, you just wasted one more Toxic. Here comes Hariyama in on the Ice Beam, no freeze. This is some sort of mixed Tar, tries to beat the Salamence. There likely is a Salamence in the back, even though this doesn't seem to be the BKC plus Star team, as there is a Zapdos on here. Hariyama can just choose to click Knockoff again. I don't think that's the worst play, really. Can also just choose to click Cross Chop. Okay, let's see if they call it. No. UDM clicks Brick Break. Skitty gets that wrong and loses a T-Tar for it. Hariyama can go down. It's already done its job. It's killed a T-Tar and it's knocked off Skarm and Gengar. That is huge value out of a Hariyama for a team like this. Here comes Aerodactyl. Alright, let's see what the more solid Rock Resist is in the back. We're probably thinking something like a Metagross. Something like a... I think the Rock Resist comes in the back, and Skitty is going to click Double Edge. Trying to reveal something else. Doesn't want to know what that Rock Resist is yet. But, you know, if it's a Swampert, it still could come in on this Double Edge. So, yeah, let's see what comes in for UDM. I mean, Skitty still has chances. This is an Aerodactyl. It's a fast Aerodactyl. It can revenge the Zapdos into Starmie right now. Spikes are down. Starmie can't spin the spikes right now because it dies to the incoming Double Edge, especially after the spikes. All right, here comes the Metagross. Metagross reveals leftovers. Could be a Gilligross. Could be like a Mixed Gross. Could just be Protect 3 attacks Metagross, which is what I'm expecting, because Hariyama's a fake rock resist, as it's not immune to sand. And yeah, I think this is going to be Protect 3 attacks Metagross with Explosion, Meteor Mash, and Earthquake. So UDM can very freely just fire off a Meteor Mash here, and Skarm can't Toxic it, can't heal up because it's not taking leftovers. I think this is a very free mash. You could get cute, I guess, and try to Earthquake on the Swampert coming in, but I think you just click mash or you double to Zapdos. Yep, UDM just says, I'm going to go mash, get some good chip on Skarm, and honestly, UDM can just stay in and mash again. The worst thing Skittle can do is just Whirlwind out, and Metagross is going to get more free chip. I don't think you should go out to Zapdos right now. Skarm is likely to just click a phasing move, whether it's Roar or Whirlwind, and then something else is taking Spikes damage. Just click mash. UDM is still thinking. I feel like the play is definitely just to click mash. Zero chance this is like a counter Skarm. All right, here's Protect on the mash. Don't like that play. Just get it out. I mean, you just gave Metagross that leftovers recovery for no reason. I think you just heal it out. You just, yep, mash miss. All right, maybe Skittle knew that the mash was going to happen. Decides to get all 3 spikes up. I respect it. Knew that mash was going to miss on turn 16 and not turn 15. Almost like Skittle just used Future Sight. Don't use Future Sight in Gen 3. It's a terrible move. Doom Desire is kind of cute, but don't use Future Sight, please. Here comes Moltres. Okay, and another mash miss. All right, Moltres is looking threatening. If it clicks HP Grass on this Starmie switching in, Starmie's dead. UDM is on a back foot right now. I think Metagross could click Protect here, but it doesn't really get you anywhere. It just kind of makes the next play even more awkward. And it also reveals that you have Protect. I feel like you still got to go Starmie, but like, we also don't know if this is a slower Zapdos. Toxic Zapdos can be a slower Zapdos. This could get outpaced by the Moltres, though. This could be slower. Hold on. Okay, it is faster than Moltres unless it's a speed tie. So this is a faster Zapdos or a slower Moltres. I mean, that could have been dangerous if Moltres was faster than the Zapdos. But Skittle should know that this Moltres is a huge threat right now. You got to keep the Moltres healthy. You got to keep the Aerodactyl healthy. I think Skittle is still very well in this, even though Gengar and Skarm had their leftovers knocked off and T-Tar got down. I think Skittle is actually very, very in this. Even though you could really argue either side is in the lead right now, honestly. But 3 spikes on the field is not a good spot to be in, and UDM is not finding any places to bring in Starmie. This would be a nice place to bring in Starmie, though, because what's likely to come in, right? Swampert on a T-Bolt is the most likely thing. So you could just go into Starmie on the Swampert coming in, and then you can threaten that spin or whatever scenario. Here we go. Thunderbolt on the Gengar. What? Oh, that's a terrible paralysis. Terrible. And it's not leftovers Gengar. What? Is it like a Resto Chesto kind of thing? That's weird. I also really dislike that Gengar switch, and I don't know what that was for. I think Gengar still could have put in work. Like a Gengar with spikes up? I mean, come on. Unless this is just a pivoting move, but like, if you bring in Aerodactyl, there's still Metagross that can freely come in. You'd have to call that. You'd have to really, really call that. But, you know, another thing too, I'm also saying that with the idea that Gengar didn't get... If Gengar didn't get paralyzed, Ice Punch likely would have killed the Zapdos. So, you know what? Maybe that was actually a pretty good switch. I take that back. I take that back. I think Gengar was fine. You usually live the T-Bolt, and then you can revenge the Zapdos and make something else happen. However, you also do want to keep your main way of blocking spin healthy. Now this is actually pretty dangerous. I take that back what I just said. I'm just talking too much, you guys. I'm just talking way too much. Aerodactyl comes in. It's threatening. Does UDM go Metagross or sack something as a mid-ground? I doubt there's another Rock Resist, but maybe there's some sort of mid-ground that can come in. We really don't know. Okay, it's going to Protect. Wow, Protect Zapdos is just perfect here. Let's see if Skittle makes a play of doubling out into Moltres on the Metagross. If UDM calls that with a Thunderbolt, that's crazy. You can make a mid-ground and go Swampert on that, but I don't think that's aggressive enough when you're down like this. Like Swampert, yeah, switches into Thunderbolt, comes in on a Metagross doubling in, but then, you know, UDM just goes out to Starmie or goes back to Zapdos and you're in an awkward situation. So I think you gotta make an aggressive play of either staying in with Double Edge or going out into Moltres on the Metagross coming in. That's the play you gotta make, and UDM's thinking about that right now. We got the mid ground, it's going into T-Tar. I like it. And T-Tar also covered the Moltres coming in on that. So maybe Swampert was actually a cool play into that. That Swampert covered Thunderbolt, Metagross switch, and the unrevealed T-Tar in the back. So yeah, good play by UDM. I really like that play. Now, you know, this can do a lot of work. If this has HP Grass, it could just click it on the Swampert coming in right now. I think that would be very free. You could also say that the play is just to go Skarm right here so that you can bring something in again. I definitely don't think you Double Edge here. This Aerodactyl is the way to victory right now. Yep, here comes Swampert. It's DD. I don't think this is Neil DD Grass Tyson, which is HP Grass with DD. I don't think this is what that would be. Maybe it is, though, because this Swampert, the Zapdos can't really pressure the Swampert. But let's see what this is. If this wasn't DD HP Grass, I don't think you DD on the Swampert coming in. I think you make some sort of aggressive double into Swampert. Like right now, this would have been a perfect time for a UDM to go into Starmie. Very, very little chance that Aerodactyl stays in and clicks Double Edge again. Starmie covers the Swampert coming in and the Skarm coming in as like a sack. But let's see what UDM does here. Skittle's the one thinking. You guys can't see that, but Skittle has 60 seconds left. These two are taking their time thinking. Earthquake, Surf, doesn't kill the T-Tar yet. It's leftovers T-Tar. Swampert's getting low. Does this Swampert decide to protect? Does UDM ever try to DD on the protect? That would be insane. That's an interesting greedy decision. Oh, unfortunate no protect there, huh? Unfortunate no protect from Skittle. I mean, that would have got them a little bit more health. Here comes Starmie. Threatened spin now. Yeah. But now you just lost your T-Tar, and like the arrow is still looking as arrow plus Moltres is still looking as threatening as ever. I don't think Starmie can afford to spin here. I think Starmie needs to recover. However, Skittle's options into Starmie recovering are pretty slim. Maybe you just try to keep pressuring with Earthquake here and hope for a crit on this Starmie. And just try to not let it spin. Okay, here comes Recover. Here comes an Earthquake. Yep, just keep pressuring it. I like this play from Skittle. And while this is happening, Swampert is getting healthier and healthier. Is Skittle finding a way to win this game? What does UDM have in the back? We don't know, but this is good stuff. Does UDM just surf here? I don't think... The Swampert just keeps healing with leftovers. You could keep recovering, but you're not really getting anywhere with Earthquake plus Sand. Like, you're getting somewhere slowly, but I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't know if it's worth it. Okay, Skittle's thinking, has 30 seconds left, is gonna Earthquake, the pressure is getting to them. Is UDM just gonna spin here? UDM does spin here. Does the Earthquake come off? Yes, it does. I think you just keep pressuring with Earthquake, unless you're scared of the Zapdos coming in. UDM is gonna recover here, so I think you just click Earthquake. I think that's your best play. Or you go out into Aerodactyl. I think Double Edge threatens a KO. Assuming this is defensive Starmie, you could just double to Aerodactyl right now on a recover and threaten Double Edge. This doesn't have Protect, so you would have to... UDM would be on the back foot and would have to make a play. Skittle would have to predict, of course, like, do I click Earthquake on the Metagross coming in? Do I just Double Edge the Starmie / Zapdos? Does UDM go Zapdos in on an Earthquake from the Aerodactyl? And this is all, of course, if Skitty pulls a double here. Moltres and Skarm are obviously not options. Your only options here are clicking Earthquake or going to Aerodactyl. UDM has 15 seconds left. 10 seconds from UDM. Are they going to time out? They're not going to time out. Here comes another Earthquake on the Starmie. I think you got to double to Aerodactyl. I think you got to double to Aerodactyl right there. There are 15 seconds left. Surfs! Earthquake, down goes Starmie. All right, let's see what UDM has in the back. UDM has 15 seconds. Both are low on timer, and here comes Celebi. That's good for Moltres. That is great for Moltres. What is Celebi going to do versus the Swampert? Does Swampert want to stay in? If it's Protect, Surf, Earthquake, Ice Beam, maybe you just click Ice Beam here. Are you afraid of Calm Mind Celebi? Here comes Moltres. Leech Seed's on the Moltres. All right, nothing wants to take a fire move now. Easy Moltres switching. Let's see what Celebi does. Is it gonna Psychic to pressure this down? I don't think that's the play. Overheat, down goes Celebi. Down goes Celebi. Here's gonna come Zapdos. No reason to go Metagross. I mean, Metagross probably lives a -2. Overheat here. UDM has 10 seconds left. Skittle is putting on the pressure. 5 seconds left from UDM. Here comes Zapdos. What's the play? What's the play? UDM has to click right away. 10 seconds left from UDM. Is it just Thunderbolt? Does the Swampert come back in? UDM has 5 seconds left. Don't time out. Here comes Skarm on the Toxic. All right, down goes Skarm to pivot into the Swampert. Why would you do that? Go Aerodactyl. You got to do, it's 50-50 time. Here comes Toxic. Is it Ice Beam? Oh, it's Surf. It's not doing that much. Zapdos is going to protect. Going to try to fire off an HP Ice. I think this is over for UDM. I think UDM has lost this game. HP Ice is not doing enough. Surf. Down goes Zapdos. Metagross can't protect here, and Swampert is going to die to Toxic, I believe. Yeah, protect here, but now you got to dodge and overheat. Oh, it's Agility. Oh my God. Oh my God, it was Agilagross in the back. It was not protect Metagross. UDM's going to come back from this and they can hit a mash. No, they missed the mash. A mash miss loses the game, and Skittle comes back. What a game one from UDM and Skittle. Had to hit a Rock Slide on the Moltres as well. If it even was Rock Slide, this very well could have been Boom. What a game one from UDM and Skittle. That was phenomenal. I was not expecting that. I am so excited for game 2. Holy crap, what a series. Good Lord. This series isn't even over. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm excited for game 2. What a game! What a game! So much to think about. This is a game that if you guys are watching this right now and wanting to improve at ADV, I don't think you should look back at this as an example of ingenious play, but look back at this from both sides and think to yourself, what different plays could I have made differently? How did the game come apart? There were so many things that I think one could pull from this game in a deep analysis. BKC time. Anyway, let's get on to game 2 and let's see what they bring. All right. Oh my gosh. My bad. Well, you guys saw that. We have game 2. UDM back on the bottom. That's a lead Armaldo. I've never seen that in my life. Here comes Swampert in on it and gets knocked off. It's just like Hariyama. What is this? Good Lord. Skittles bringing the heat for game 2. Can UDM come back? I mean, what a game 1, man. I'm still on that one. Here comes Skarm. Click knockoff again, Skittle. Do any of these have taunt? Let's see if there's any taunt, any Thief Skarm action going on. Armaldo lead. What in the world? So is Skittle Skitty running an insanely defensive team? I guess we'll just have to find out. Let's see what happens. Celebi is in on the spikes. My bad. I mean, I was thinking about something else. That's why I wasn't talking, you guys. But here comes Celebi on a Skarm. That's interesting, showing that it has like Calm Mind HP Fire as its main way to break this Skarm. UDM can use that to their advantage. Maybe go out to Ments here. Nope, here comes Toxic. Okay, I feel like I'll just set up another Spikes, but I guess you just want to Toxic the Celebi. UDM might want to switch out here. Doesn't want to take HP Fire plus Leech Seed. Also, this does not... Oh, it got knocked off. Wait, did it get knocked off? Wait. No, it didn't. Wait, this doesn't have leftovers. Wait, I'm dumb. It just took Leech first. I'm silly. I'm a silly boy. I'm a silly boy. This does have leftovers. It just... Leftovers activates before Leech Seed. Man, I was gonna say, I was like, what in the world is this Skarm? Is this some sort of like Resto Chesto Skarm? Some old stuff? Not sure. They're both thinking already. I feel like they surely have game plans into this situation. Again, Skittles team, no clue what to think about with the lead Armaldo. I mean, like... Okay, switches out into Skarm. UDM goes out into Salamence. Okay, Salamence showing that it might be a physical set. Perhaps it's banned. Could we see the banned Fire Blast tech? I don't think it's very good, but I do think it's funny. Factory Sludge. Salamence's shiny is pretty cool. I like it's like watermelon Look, watermelon vibe. Anyway, Scarm clicks protect. Here comes Flamethrower on the Ments. Okay, it could be like a defensive Wish Ments. Could still just be Mixed Ments, but it's using Flamethrower over Fire Blast. Guess I want to continue watching this. Anyway, I'm sorry. Going back to this. Here comes Pert on a Fire move, but this very likely has HP Grass, so I'm not really sure about this. Does UDM want to sacrifice a Salamence or a huge chip on the Swampert? That'll tell us a lot about the team. Doesn't think it's worth it. Goes out to Celebi on the Ice Beam. Takes a pretty good chunk. All right. Some teams elect to do that, but this doesn't seem like one of them. I kind of agree with that. Celebi comes in on the Celebi. Back to a stalemate. Immune to Leech Seed as it's a grass type. What is this Celebi going to want to do? Is it Calm Minding up? Is it going to Calm Mind pass or something like that? I don't know what Celebi is doing against Celebi. I don't know why that's your best switch, and instead of going Armaldo, Armaldo can threaten this out with HP Bug. Here comes Aerodactyl. It is Calm Mind Celebi. Alright, that makes sense. But now Aerodactyl threatens to kill it with HP Bug. UDM feels like the player that doesn't click Hidden Power Bug here and clicks Double Edge or something else. Oh, they do click Hidden Power Bug. I was very wrong, and Skittle gets that correctly. I don't think I would have stayed in with Celebi, don't get me wrong, but yeah, either way, here comes Swampert. Love seeing this Aerodactyl. It's free reign here. Celebi is likely to come in. Does Skittle make an aggressive double if they have an aggressive option into it? Oh, they just try to click Toxic. We see a Toxic Ice Beam Swampert. Scarm, the perfect switch in. The perfect mid-ground would have ate the Ice Beam, threatens to Toxic the Swampert, or set up more spikes. Pretty sure Armaldo knockoff plus Rapid Spin is incompatible in ADVOU. I'm pretty sure, unless it's something else in Rapid Spin isn't. I know, I think it is. I think knockoff and Rapid Spin are incompatible. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, they are. They're incompatible, or else Armaldo would be used a lot more. So this isn't gonna spin. UDM knows that. Tries to pivot this into a, I don't even know. I guess a knockoff. I mean, there goes. Yeah, this already had its leftovers knocked off. Wait, did it? Wait a second. Yeah, it did have it knocked off. That was turn 2. My bad. In comes Scarm. Takes little from this Hydro Pump. This Swampert. Yeah, Scarm's trying to establish some spikes. I like that idea. UDM's main way of pressuring this Scarm seems to be going to a Flamethrower Salamence. Here comes that Salamence. Please click spikes. Yep, here comes some spikes. All right. Pressure has been put on the Swampert without leftovers, as well as Celebi. If there's another rock type in the back, Swampert is not going to want to keep switching into attacks when it's not healing. And there's spikes on the field. Protects into the Flamethrower. I think if you have Calm Mind Celebi, you could very well go Celebi here. Even though it doesn't like taking a Flamethrower, I think if it's a bulky Calm Mind Celebi, it's probably not Calm Mind Recover, though. It's probably... I mean, I don't think it's Calm Mind Baton Pass. I think it's just Calm Mind Leech Seed. D-Claws on what? Takes a Toxic. Wow, that's not good. Aggressive call there to declaw something coming in. Maybe it was the Swampert. Maybe it was something that resists fire, and UDM gets hard punished for that one. I think that was a little bit risky, and I'm not just saying that with the hindsight. I think it was just risky in general. I mean, now your Salamence is also on somewhat of a timer. It's taken Toxic. Flamethrower declaw, and now this Scarm can just click Protect again. Flamethrower, and now you're taking that Toxic chip. Reveals leftovers, so no fancy items. And now Skittle can start to pivot around. Watch UDM dedicate and go declaw here. Go declaw here. Go declaw here. Or switch out, please. What's pressuring Scarm on this team, by the way? Yep, here comes Blissey. Nice switching into the Flamethrower. No burn, and this Salamence is just not looking good. Brick Break won't KO the Blissey at this point. Blissey can freely click Soft Boiled here. I think that's the play from Skittle. Just click Soft Boiled. Here in comes a T-Tar. Yeah, I'm still not understanding what's really pressuring opposing Scarm on this team. I mean, if this is Mixed Tar, then yeah. This has to be Mixed Tar then. Uh-oh. Yep, Brick Break. Skittle is fearful of a Fire Blast right now, but kind of wants to get a Toxic on this. Oh, is it going to land the Toxic? Oh, this goes for a second spike instead. Okay, maybe Skittle didn't think this was a Mixed Tar. Yeah, I mean, that's huge. That's huge for UDM, getting the Scarm down like that. Seeing 2 spikes up is something you don't want to see, but yeah. Here comes another Protect. Now this T-Tar is almost back to full. That's not good for Skittle. Are they gonna keep the Scarm? Maybe? UDM, I think UDM still just clicks Flamethrower here. I think that's the no-brainer play here. It's gonna kill the Scarm. I don't think you go fancy and try to Brick Break on a Blissey switching in, as what if Skittle just decides, you know what? I'm gonna sacrifice this Skarmory. Okay, here we go. We go on Armaldo. Flamethrower takes a lot, no burn. Maybe you did just sack Skarm there. I don't actually hate sacrificing Skarmory there. Here comes Crunch. That's gonna take a lot. What does Armaldo have to do? It's Brick Break Armaldo. What? That is crazy. That Tar is almost dead now. Wow. Brick Break Armaldo? I haven't seen that before. I've seen like SD, Rock Slide, Hidden Power Bug, and then Knockoff or maybe Spin, but I've never seen Brick Break Armaldo, and it works perfectly here. Mixtar, this Mixtar specifically was such a huge threat to this team. Yeah. Wow, that's cool. Unfortunately, Armaldo has to die for it. Armaldo would have liked to try to pressure that Celebi, but hey, you know what? Maybe this is just worth it, getting all this pressure on Tar. Go to something fast now, and this Tar's dead on the switch-in. It's not dead on the switch-in, but, you know, this Tar can still be used as a sacrifice, especially now when it gets this leftovers recovery. It can still be used as a pivot into something, so they can sacrifice so that UDM could bring in maybe a Mixments or an Arrow later on. I'm gonna see this as a sacrifice into Aerodactyl. I think you could just go Aerodactyl right now. I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know what Skittle has. They could double into Pert onto the Aerodactyl. They could also just Leech Seed this Aerodactyl to then go out into Swampert and heal that up, but it is still coming in on spikes. Here comes Skarm instead. Giga Drains. There goes one Giga Drain. The Skarm double makes sense. Wouldn't have liked to see Leech too much, but now this can just set up spikes. It can freely click Toxic. I think Skittle's on the back foot. Even with that cool Brick Break Armaldo, I think Skittle's on the back foot. Even with a Toxic Salamence. Okay, Skarm is leeched. But what is Celebi gonna do about it? Click Calm Mind? Yeah, but now look, Aerodactyl's in, and there are 3 spikes on the field. Skittle is in trouble. Skittle is in huge trouble versus this Aerodactyl. Very incentivized to switch out. I think as UDM, you just click Hidden Power Bug still. You're gonna do a lot. Maybe Skittle goes Skarm now. I actually like the idea of Skittle going Skarm now as a pivot sacrifice. Yeah, I like that play. And also it comes in on HP Bug, and you'll live 2 of them. You'll also live 2. Ooh, do you live? Yeah, you probably eat 2 double edges, I would think, after a Protect. Here comes Skarm, yep, as the sacrifice, and Hidden Power Bug, yeah. Skittle's gonna get a free Toxic. I mean, they can Toxic the Celebi. Okay, here comes T-Tar. Roar's out. Yep, it's Roar time. Celebi's taking this damage. Let's see if Celebi has Recover or Leech Seed. It probably wants to Leech here. Does Skittle do something about that? I don't know. I don't know what Skittle has in the back. I don't know. I mean, this is like a weird defensive-ish team that for some reason doesn't seem to have Rapid Spin, but also isn't offensive enough. I mean, like, it has 4 grounded Pokemon here. I don't know why this team doesn't have Spin, honestly. I really don't know. Also, I don't like this song. Anyway, we're back to this. Here comes Blissey. T-Tar double. T-Tar dies. I think it's Arrow time. It's Arrow time. This Blissey does not like being here in this situation. He's going to have to switch in again later. You got to go Arrow and pressure this out. You've got to go Arrow and pressure this out. Nothing else kills the Blissey. Mixed Salamence. Mixed Tar. All good. Yeah, here comes Arrow. I believe Blissey does just drop to the double edge here. Wow, this is also a really slow-paced song. Whatever. We're fine. We're chilling. We are chilling. What does Skittle have for this? Double Edge. I forgot if Double Edge KOs the Blissey here. Skittle might just again go Skarm here. I would totally understand going Skarm here. That makes a lot of sense to me. But Skittle's on the back foot. There has to be something really insane in the back to mount a comeback victory, such as UDM's Agiligros from Game 1. In comes Skarm. Double Edge. Oh! Skarm stays alive another day. Can do something here. Skittle could also just double out. Okay, here comes Mence. On a Roar. Let's see what comes in. Swampert's coming in. That spikes damage that Swampert doesn't want to take. Skarm isn't going to live. The pump misses. Toxic. No, that's so bad. That's so bad. Unfortunate from Skittle, but you know what? UDM missed a Meteor Mash, but also got that Thunderbolt Paralysis. Here comes Celebi. Celebi's gonna threaten Giga Drain here or just go for a recover. UDM should surely just switch out. Go to Skarm or something. Unless they're afraid of this clicking Calm Mind Baton Pass, but I don't think it's Calm Mind Pass. I think it's very, very clearly Leech Seed, Calm Mind, Giga Drain, and HP Fire as the last move, just so that you can pressure Metagross and Skarm. Here comes Skarm. Clicks Hidden Power Fire. Nice. Gonna get some good chip on this Skarm. Alright, Calm Mind on the Protect right now. Calm Mind on the Protect right now. I don't think UDM should Protect. I think UDM just needs to kill this. Unless it can't. This might not be Drill Peck Skarm. Yeah, this might actually not be Drill Peck, so maybe this Celebi can actually just stay alive. Uh-oh. It is Drill Peck Skarm. Nice Hidden Power Fire there. Ooh, I like this background song. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna stop. Okay. Here, come on, Skittle. Come on, Skittle. Let's see what's in the back. They're still not going to reveal what's in the back. I hope it's something crazy. I hope you guys are on the edge of your seat right now. 30 minutes, and I hope you guys are on the edge of your seat. This is going to be crazy. Here comes Surf. Skarm doesn't die. Oh my gosh. You can just Ice Beam here and also cover the Celebi coming in. I think you just sack the Skarm here. I think you just Drill Peck. I'm pretty sure you just Drill Peck. Yeah, Drill Peck. Yep, good Ice Beam. Alright, let's see what comes in. It should be Celebi just clicking. Assuming it has a Grass move or Psychic even. I assume Celebi just comes in, but is it going to let something set up? It's not the most aggressive Celebi. Could it let something in the back set up? I think Skittle's going to let the Swampert die. I don't think anything wants to get Leech Seeded. Alright, let's see what Skittle has to show for this. Let's see what Skittle's last mon is. Blissey's not coming out. Let's see what the What? Why are you going Blissey? Celebi just gets the leech off of this. Or anything really gets the leech off of this. Okay, so, I mean, you gotta showcase the last mon unless it's like... I don't know why you're going Blissey here. Unless the last just auto loses to Celebi and you're just not giving up. Ice Beam Freeze or something? Here comes Psychic. Ice Beam. Alright, no Freeze, but... I mean, I guess this is fine. I wonder if UDM just wants to switch out. Probably not. Mensa doesn't want to switch in. Arrow doesn't want to switch in. Swampert doesn't want to switch in. There could be something like an arrow in the back that could just destroy all of this. So maybe this Blissey weirdly could make sense. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, they're going Swampert. I don't know about this one. On the T-Wave. What? Wow. Okay. Well, Swampert should be faster. Swampert should be faster and could revenge kill this Blissey. That was like best case scenario. Just the Ice Beam, Skittle. I think you just got an Ice Beam there. Here comes a Soft Boiled. And on an Earthquake, Crit is going to take out the Blissey. This is bad. Oh. It was Coon. Yeah. Oh god. This is actually really bad. Ha! Last Mon Coon could just win it here. You gotta go Celebi and Leech Seed this thing now. Wow, this team struggles with Coon. Last Mon Coon just seems really difficult to deal with. UDM is like, oh crap. It was Suicune in the back. Yep, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Here comes Ice Beam, what? Oh, it's Curse-Pert. Curse-Pert's gonna save the day, you guys. I think Skittle should have calm-minded there. I don't get the Ice Beam. Now Skittle's like, shoot, I gotta surf. Now Swampert can just Earthquake this Coon, and then Aerodactyl's gonna finish it off. Curse-Pert is Miracle here. Makes a lot of sense now, because this team is quite Suicune weak. I like Curse-Pert to try to push it down, especially in last mon scenarios. Here comes an Earthquake. Oh, well... Yeah, no, this Swampert's really helping. Wow, Curse-Pert is such a cool innovation in this new age of ADV. Yeah, and this is over. I mean, Suicune has to try to click Rest here, make something happen. Yeah, here comes Rest. But, that'd be crazy if UDM clicked Curse there, by the way. This is looking over. Earthquake. Yep, it's over. Earthquake's gonna take it out with the Sand Chip, and UDM has brought this into a Game 3. These are some great games, some great close games. Lots to learn, lots to think about. I hope you guys are still watching at this point. Make sure you're letting us know what you think of this tournament so far. If you are watching to this point, I don't know. I don't know what you should comment. Just, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna move on to game 3. Alright, we're on to game 3. Winner takes this set. UDM, Skittle Skitty. Let's see what happens. The rare, but surprisingly common, again, you guys might not believe me, lead Jirachi, likely to be this HP Fighting Thunderbolt set that has been running around as a lead position recently. Skittle City doesn't play around it. Instead clicks Earthquake, does a lot of damage to Jirachi, but that chip on T-Tar is going to be super duper important for these kind of team structures that want to surprise players that don't realize that this Jirachi likely has hidden power fighting in the lead. Skittle's going to go out to Moltres on that. UDM doesn't capitalize. I really think that that is a moment where nobody stays in now that they know it's hidden power fighting. Nobody stays in. You never just sack your Tyranitar like that, especially with leftovers. It's not the most... Oh, God. That is unfortunate. A Thunder hit and crit versus the Moltres. Staying in and thundering is just kind of crazy. I mean, like, why would you ever... I don't know. I don't understand that. I guess it's just trying to chip down everything as much as possible. But staying in and thundering is a misplay in my opinion. But you know what? You got the hit and you got the crit. And yeah, Skittle's a little bit frustrated with that. I mean, I'd be super frustrated as well. But you know, here comes Swampert. Does this Jirachi have a hidden power grass? Let's see. I don't think it does have hidden power grass, but Swampert's obviously threatening the kill here with Earthquake. God, that Moltres going down is super unfortunate, but you know what? Still gotta make things happen. Skittle's down a Mon. What is UDM thinking about? Here comes Psychic on the Swampert, and the damage that Jirachi has done. We got a half health T-Tar, a somewhat a chipped Swampert, and a dead Moltres, and that's pretty big given that Skarm is on the field, and now there's not a Moltres to pressure that Skarm. Skarm on Skarm, this is not looking the best, and it's taunt Skarm to shut down opposing Skarm spikes. This is a nightmare for Skittle Skitty right now. UDM is clearly in the lead right now, can freely set up another layer of spikes. Whew! I'd be angry right now, but I'd also be trying to think, what is my way to win versus the Skarm now? What does Skittle have in the back? Is there anything else that can pressure the Skarm? This looks like a team where Skittle might have like a Starmie in the back, or like I'm definitely guessing a Blissey. Here comes T-Tar on another layer of spikes as expected. Let's see if T-Tar can do something versus this Skarm. Might try to taunt it back, might try to DD itself, but it's not gonna like a Toxic if this Skarm has Toxic. Here comes a third spike and Crunch. That's not gonna do a lot to the Skarm. Where's the Fire Blast? I guess Skittle thought that UDM was gonna switch out. I don't think there was ever a need to. It's Crunch, Earthquake. Last moves are probably gonna be Pursuit, and then something like Ice Beam, Fire Blast, Thunder, maybe Rock Slide. Feel a sneeze coming. A tingly feeling in my nose. Oh, it's going away. I hate this. Am I gonna sneeze? LRC commentating his own sneeze. Will he sneeze? We don't know. All I know is that this clicked Ice Beam and the Skarm has clicked Roar. And here comes Swampert taking the spikes damage. It's at half health. This is looking troublesome. UDM has a pretty healthy Skarm, and this team, there's all 3 layers of spikes are down. Selby comes out an Ice Beam though. No freeze, no justice. What is Skittle's option to the Selby? Oh my gosh. Not these ads. I'm so sorry. You gotta deal with these ads. We got like... Skip. But it's worth it because now we get this music. Is this Evergrande? No, this is what? Oh, this is Pacific Log? Oh, anyway. I'm sorry. Hidden Power Fire just came in on this opposing Skarm and it crits. Good lord, man. This is just... Ugh. You hate to see stuff like this. You hate to see such a great series going into this and killing that Skarm. I mean, that's just terrible. It's terrible. Let's see if Skittle can mount a comeback. UDM says, man, Haxie set. Stating the obvious, and Skittle Skitty says, it's how it be, but here we go. We got an Aerodactyl. It's that Aerodactyl Moltres team. Can Aerodactyl work a miracle? Very unlikely Drachi's the only rock resist. We're probably going to see a Swampert in the back. So let's see if Skittle going to click double edge in on the Swampert coming in, but UDM also has a Skarm that's done its job, can just go Skarm right now into the double edge or the HP bug. So I actually like clicking Rock Slide here just to do damage to that Skarm. Oh, here comes Swampert. Yeah, I like the Rock Slide play. I actually like the Rock Slide play, but here comes Swampert. Skittle City's option into the Swampert doesn't look very promising. There could be a Celebi in the back for Skittle here, or maybe like a Suicune or something. Zapdos actually looks really annoying here, so maybe it is something that, like a Celebi that can handle that. Skittle says, I think this game is over already, unfortunately, as the Rock Slide doesn't connect. Flygon is in on the back and takes huge damage from a pump. Interesting to have Flygon without a Magneton. Is this like maybe like a Flames Flygon or something like that? That's interesting. That's interesting. Skitty says they're still gonna fight on and try to win. Yeah, you never know. I mean, if there's an arrow, there's a way. Unfortunately, the Flygon is dead, but the Swampert did get Toxic, so that's pretty good. That's good for Arrow and the longevity of this. Here comes Swampert in on Swampert. Pretty easy Celebi switch here. Even if it's gonna take a chunk from Ice Beam, you can just go into Celebi. UDM wants to keep this Swampert alive. Letting this Swampert take damage would be not smart. Here comes Ice Beam to the Skarm. Pump could have been a play there as well into the Skarm coming in. Could have Toxic. Might have Drill Peck. You don't know. Here comes Ice Beam trying to freeze the Skarm. Freezes the Skarm, but thaws out instantly. Good lord. T-Tar's in right now. Gets to click a Fire Blast. And UDM, I mean, Skittle has to make this worth it. Crunches again instantly. Doesn't even need to think. Out comes Roar. Might not have Fire Blast. Should though. This team is not the best versus Skarm in my opinion. This Skarm doesn't have Protect, shouldn't have Protect. Drops to Rock Slide. In is going to come Swampert, and there are no Swampert switch-ins. So this is gonna have to be sack something. So you gotta sack the T-Tar here, go into Swampert, and then just hope that Aerodactyl can somehow clean late game. Yep, here comes the T-Tar in on the Ice Beam. Click the 100 accuracy move, makes sense. Swampert's going to take Toxic damage here. Skittle's going to go to their own. Swampert is the play, and then, I mean, Aerodactyl's got to work something. Could you imagine if Aerodactyl actually did this? It would need a lot of flinches. It would need a lot of stuff to happen, but you never know. You just never know. If there's an arrow, there's a way, and there might not be any more rock resists in the back. Looks like UDM Swampert is faster, though. So will it just try to stay in and kill it? I think that would be too risky. I think you go Celebi. I very easily think you go Celebi. Or, I mean, you do have 2 unrevealed, so maybe you just go one of those. Unfortunately, I mean, look at how just Moltres destroys this team right now. UDM has to have, like, a speedy Zapdos in the back or something. That, I mean, like, Moltres just, like, dominates this team. Maybe a Gengar, too. Something with more speed. By the way, UDM's thinking, UDM is like, how do I not choke this endgame? I cannot choke this endgame. What am I switching into the Pert? Skittle could also double into Aerodactyl on whatever is coming in. That would be a cute play. Ice Beam. Aerodactyl comes in. Okay. I think, I don't know. I feel like you could have just clicked Hydro, but whatever. Here comes Protect. It's Double Edge. Okay. Does Skittle just go their own Aerodactyl? Oh, it lives? Okay, Aerodactyl's done. Swampert's still alive. But now UDM gets to bring in the Celebi. I mean, this isn't good. Skittle shouldn't Protect. Just click Ice Beam. You just gotta click Ice Beam, I think, and just try to make it happen. And then Aerodactyl has to Rock Slide flinch their way to victory. Will it happen? I think it's pretty unlikely, but you really never know. You never know. Now we wait. They're both thinking, I guess. Maybe UDM is thinking. I just think the obvious play is the Ice Beam. Okay, here comes Protect on a Giga Drain. Oh, maybe you just go to Aerodactyl. I mean, Swampert's gonna die. I don't know. Maybe you're going to Aerodactyl. Maybe you save Swampert as a sacrifice so that you can switch Choice Band Aerodactyl moves. All right, that's the idea. Aerodactyl takes a huge Giga Drain. Has to click Hidden Power Bug for the Celebi to die here. Does UDM let this happen? There's a way here, you guys. There is a way. I think the way is you gotta let the Celebi die to Hidden Power Bug. Yep. Swampert comes in, and then Skittle goes back to their own Swampert, and I guess has to get a double-edged crit or something like that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, here comes Swampert. Swampert's taking toxic damage. Pivot out into Swampert right now. It's gonna drop to spikes. That's what you gotta do. And UDM's gonna click Ice Beam just so it never misses versus Aerodactyl. And then, yeah, I guess you just gotta double-edge your way to victory. Or maybe you decide to still Rock Slide flinch your way to victory. Here comes Swampert. Dies. Back out comes Aerodactyl. It's looking over, but wow. Skittle is making it closer than it ever could be. I think you gotta click Rock Slide. I feel like Rock Slide's your out. I don't think a double-edged crit kills here. But we'll see it. Here comes Rock Slide. And Ice Beam kills, and UDM takes the series. Great plays from both sides. A lot to look back on. Unfortunate hacks on Skittle's side, especially on game 2 and 3. That Thunder on the Moltres was just terrible. Look at how Moltres shredded this team. Unfortunate stuff, but you know what? That's just what happens sometimes, and that's why each of these players has 4 more games in their pool. Wow, what a series. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, and we'll see you guys, and girls, and anybody else, on the next narration for ADV Revival.
Thank you as well to everyone who has donated to the prize pool for ADV Revival. We are already at over $2,400, which is fantastic. If you'd like to donate, the link is down below. Thank you.
Whoa! KO by 1 hit! It scattered spikes!
The money got different.